Good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about something that normally concerns all of us, and that is to change a job or find a new job or change position within the company you are in. And so I'm going to split this up in three different sections. One of them will be the preparation prior to the interview, and the second will be the interview itself, and the last part will be where you actually start the new job, or first day at job, you can call it. Today I'm at the forest and filming outside instead of just being inside, and it's quite windy, so I hope the sound is good. But one of the key elements before you're starting and applying for a job is there's 3 points you have to understand in this process that needs to be done. The first is the preparation and yourself. Are you really interested in this job? And the second phase is the qualification and competence. Do you have the right competence, and do you have the right qualification? And the last is the job itself. Is that the one that is aligned for me and the company and everything around? Does it match my identity? And try to find what's your passion or drives that this is the right direction you're going to. So first of all, if we look at is this the right job for me? I always prepared and wrote down where I want to be and what I would like to try to do next. I had a clear goal and expectations. What if I do this, then I will look at the next action. And the second part is always learning and growing. Make sure that every position you're taking or every job you're applying for is part of something where you have to learn something. It also should be as good as possible to align within your values and your interest. Because if you find a job that is spot on for you or what you really like, you will do a much better job. So try to consider that as well when you're looking at the option or opportunities and possibility in the job. Also is something about the impact you can make in the position you're taking over. I always say that whenever you're taking a new job, you want to make sure that you're leaving the job in a better position compared to where it was before you started. So if you're starting a new job where there was somebody that was really, really good, you know that the expectation from you will be very high, and the chance for succeed will might take a little bit longer time. So also make sure that you're always learning and developing as you go along on these jobs. And then one of the manager tips I have, that whenever I was the interviewer and sitting on the other side of the table, try to make sure that you understand where you are for the company as well. What benefit will they have for you within the next couple of years? If you can align that in your thought process, it would be much easier for you as well to find the right job and succeed in it. So let's go to the next point. The next point are the qualifications. Every time you're applying for a job, you need to have some core qualification. Before you even apply for the job, you need to make sure that if it does say that you have to be an engineer, if there's a hard line in the job you need to get, for example, if you're an electronics or if you're a mechanic, that's the background you must have. There's almost no compromises for that. But if you have the background and there is a lot of additional requirement, then you need to start to try to make sure that during the preparation phase that you are aligning what you are missing and how you can achieve them. For example, if a soccer player he is of course very good in soccer, but the key element of soccer is mainly kicking the ball with your feet and creating goals and playing defense. But there's a lot of common skills you need, like running fast, running long, and that's skills every athlete has to have. So it's the same in work, that if you are good in your personal skills, if you're a person that is likable, it's much easier to adapt and learn other skills on top of that. So make sure that if you're missing some of the core skills, make sure you highlight some of the other skills that you already have and where you gain them. I mean, one of the most important part the manager will ask for is, are you willing to learn and are you interested to learn? So the more you can include of your learning expertise in this phase, the more or the better prepared you will be during the interview. Also, it is very important to tailor your application to make sure that the application you have is suitable for the company you're applying for. So you don't make a generic one and you don't just go into ChatGPT and ask for a application that is similar to everybody else. So make sure you tailor them. And as a manager, what I would have looked at as a manager when I was interviewing was how willing are they to learn and to include themselves in the position. So make sure you cover those aspects when you prepare for the job. So let's go to the last chapter. The last chapter you need to learn about is the company itself. The preparation you need to do is to see and make sure that you know what the company stands for. And if the company is standing for the same values as you are, it will be easier for you to apply and go in there with your full heart. And also these days, there is so much information on LinkedIn and on social media. So make sure that you go in and check as much as possible before you actually go ahead and start and consider the company. What is also the next part is that if you're doing this, you need to go one level down and check the company's customers and clients. If you are understanding who their main contracts are, who their main suppliers are, you will have a great advantage when the question comes during the interview, or you can include that you already checked it up and you already prepared. That will give you a significant advantage compared to competition. Also, if you have anybody you know within the company, relations are very important. And it's the same as when you are buying a product, you go to different reviews and see what are the good product. They will do the same. And if you have a reference coming from outside and know somebody in the company, use them for what it's worth and reference to them as you apply. Also try to see if you can find the manager or the interviewing people that is going to conduct the interview on the second phase on LinkedIn, see what they know and prepare. So one of the key things I looked at when I distinguished between the candidates we had was, have they prepared? Have they looked at the company? Do they know what's expected to know? And a big bonus is if they know even more, because then you will know that this candidate will be better suited for the job because he will prepare in the job as well. So that should be all. So now we go over to the next phase, which is the interview itself. Thank you.